Yo, it's about that time, y'all. This is it. There is no tomorrow. This is the final stage. This is the final season. And I can't stress enough that we did our thing. We did our thing over here in Wit. We did our thing over here. We 6 seasons in strong. This the final season, and honestly, I didn't want to reboot, but at the end of the day, I just felt like it was time based on what I was seeing. So I'm looking forward to the reboot. But before I even get to the reboot, it's time to it's time to go out with a bang on this. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out with a bang on here, and let's finish it how we started. We started strong. That's why we was able to get 6 dope seasons in. So let's finish strong. Let's finish how we started. And like I said, I'm looking forward to the reboot. But before we even, get to that excitement, we gotta see who's gonna be the champ of this era of Wit. A new era is starting with the reboot, but season 6, the final season of this era, because you got to remember this, we've been rocking on this since earlier when the Madden first. I made this league 6 seasons. What's that, like 6 months? Like 6 months ago. So we've been rocking out for a while, but it's that time now, man. It's that time now. As far as what I just did for the just now with the Force Winds, right? I went and looked at it. That's why it took me a couple of minutes to advance, because I had to look at some things. Like the Bucks, right? That was Ed. He got a Force Wind against a computer in week 16, something that he shouldn't have got. You know what I'm saying? I didn't set it for him, but that's nobody's fault, because when you see CPU, you automatically think Force Wind for the opponent. But Ed was done until the new Madden dropped. You know what I mean? So I couldn't let him get in the playoffs and then whoever he faced get a Force Win. So when I looked at Dre played the Saints, Trey Dog had 7 losses. Trey Dog wasn't getting in. So what I didn't want to risk, like Dre only had 6 losses and Ed had 5 losses. So what I didn't want to risk was Panthers losing to the Saints. And then even though I set the Bucks for a 4th loss against the computer, he still would have been at 6, which means he still would have won the division. So I couldn't risk that. Being that Trey Dog was out, because it would have came down to him and Pearl. Because even if Trey Dog would have won, he'd have had 7 losses still. And Cowboys had 7 losses, but Cowboys had the edge over him. So when I looked at all of that and did the breakdown, I couldn't risk Panthers losing and then the Bucks get in and then somebody just end up getting a Force Win. So I had to set the Panthers up with a Force Win over the Saints. So therefore the Panthers will only have 6 losses with the Bucks. Because I knew once that happened that because if the Bucks was going to win the division, he would already had a Y or X next to his name already. But I already knew that if he lost and the Panthers won, that it was going to tell a different story. So I couldn't fair sim the Panther game with the Saints and risk the Panthers losing, and then the Bucks get in, and then somebody get a Force Win. That's whack. So being that the Saints was already eliminated, I had to set the Panthers with a Force Win and set the Bucks for a forced loss against the computer, and now everything is straight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. That's what took me a little while to advance, because I had to figure this out. I did not want the Bucks to make the playoffs, and then you have a team sitting in there that somebody gonna get a Force Win against. You know what I mean? So I couldn't risk that. But so it worked out the way it needed to work out, and here we are. Now with that being said, let's get into these predictions. Now, well, before I even get into the predictions, let me just say I believe that I want to start the reboot to this while the playoffs going on, meaning this weekend. That's my plan. But the only reason why I might wait is because I don't want the chat to be cluttered with what's going on in the playoffs, and because I'm not creating another chat, it's gonna be the same chat. It's the same league. It's just a reboot. So I don't want to really want to start the other league up while this going on, and then now you got everybody talking about the new league, talking about trades and everything, and then you still got guys that's in the playoffs. That's too much chatter in the chat for two leagues. Now, what I might do is, though, I might not start it while we're in wild card round because there's too many teams. But remember, the further the playoffs go, the lesser the teams. So I might start it in like the AFC chip or NFC chip. That's what I think I'm going to do. Hopefully, we can get there by Sunday. You know what I mean? Because I'm guessing maybe a couple of games will get played tonight, and I'm guessing, some more games get knocked out tomorrow. Hopefully, we can advance by tomorrow night and get to the next round. And if that's the case, hopefully we get to the next round by Sunday and be in the conference championship. And if we're in the conference championship by Sunday, then I'm going to kick the league off on Sunday. That's what I want to do. I don't want to do it while we're in the wild card round because there's going to be way too many messages going around for the new league and what's going on in the playoffs. I could just tell guys that's in the playoffs communicate through DM, but I don't feel like getting into all that. So I am going to start the new league in the playoffs, but I'm just not going to do a wild card round because there's too many teams. So I'm going to wait till less of the teams, and then we're going to kick it off. All right, so and once I tell y'all, the league is already going to be done. So it ain't like you're going to wait for me. I'm already going to have the league done. Actually, the new league is going to be done tonight. You know what I mean? But it's just not for everybody. Just because don't worry about it. We're going to get it running. We're going to get it up and running. The league, everything going to be set. All y'all going to have to do is just cross over. It's going to be smooth sailings 1, 2, 3. Now, let's get into these predictions. First up, we're going to start over here in the AFC. Myself against the Broncos. This is going to be a good game and a big game because we played the Broncos in the season and we won. But guess what? That's regular season. Regular season has nothing to do with now. Carnage gonna come at me with everything he got because we beat him in the regular season. So we gotta be able to take his best punch. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we gotta be prepared to give him our best punch. And then now we're gonna go from there and see who could withstand who best punch. It's gonna be a good game. Even though we won that game we played in the regular season, Broncos is the home team. He number 2 seed. Broncos is the favorite this week over the Browns. I say Broncos favorite by 4 over the Browns. But we got nothing to lose. We the 7th seed, and I don't even know how we dropped to the 7th seed. But we the 7th seed, and let's go out with a bang. Let's go out with a bang. That's what we doing. That's what we talking about over there in that Cleveland locker room. We going out with a bang. We ain't tripping. If we lose, we lose. But we gotta go out. The way we know how to perform. And if that ain't good enough, then so be it. But we gotta leave everything out there in the field. We gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what happened in the regular season got nothing to do with now. So we gotta get ready. Over here in the NFC, we got the number 2 Bears going against number 7 Cowboys. Pearl. I think people thought that the Pearl was eliminated. They thought he would be out. I think Pearl even thought he was eliminated, or maybe he knew he had a small chance. I'm not sure. Nevertheless, he's in. And one thing about the playoffs, it doesn't matter what seed you are. You can be the number 7 seed that just made it in and get all the way to the big dance. So once you win, you win. Regular season no longer matters. It's one game elimination chamber. You win, you in, you out. Pack it up, So this is it now. This is a whole new season right here, the whole new season. Now look at the Bears. The Bears number 2 seed going against number 7 seed. I can't lie. I think the Cowboys are favorites in this one. But even with that, I'm gonna pick the Cowboys to win this and upset. I know it's not really an upset, but at the same time, I'm calling the upset because the Bears is number 2 seed. So I'm going with the upset in this one. I'm going Cowboys over the Bears by a score of, but Bears been balling. Don't get it twisted. Like if the Bears win this game, trust me, it's not gonna be no big surprise or anything like that. Bears been balling. He really stepped his game up a lot. So This ain't gonna be no easy game for Cowboys by any means, unless the Bears just come out and having a bunch of turnovers. But he hasn't been playing like that, so I'm still taking the Cowboys, but I got it to be close. I'm gonna go Cowboys 27, Bears 23. Next, we got the number 3 seed Colts. That's Scott. Scott, hey, it feels good to see you at the number 3 seed, Scott. You know, he's going against number 6 seed Chargers, and Colts is hosting a playoff game. They're the home team. Like I say, man, this is what you improve for, Scott, to be at this stage. You know what I'm saying? To be at this stage, and you know, it's all about execution now. You know, because it's only one game. There is no tomorrow. You know what I mean? One thing about the regular season, no matter how upset about a win you may be, there's always next week to bounce back and take your frustrations out on somebody. Playoffs is a different animal. There is no come back next week. It's over. One game, you're done. So Colts got to come out, and he got to play smart, sound ball. He cannot go on a turnover spree and start turning the ball over, because if he do, he's going to get blown out. If he don't turn the ball over and he's playing good ball, he's going to have a very good chance to pull off an upset in this one. But I got to go with the person who's, you know, been down this road 100 times, on the road, at home, really doesn't matter. I think that if this game is close and it's down to the fourth quarter, I think Scott, inexperience, is going to probably have him do an unnecessary turnover. So therefore, I got to go with the Chargers in this one. But I'm rooting for the Colts. I can't lie. I'm rooting for the Colts because I like to see guys who've been struggling for so long make it to the playoffs and get a chance to have big games, you know? So I told you I root for parity in my league. I don't root for the same guys to be on top all the time. I like to root for parity, and I'm rooting for the Colts, man. But I'm picking the Chargers, you know? But I'm rooting for the Colts, you know, and we'll see what happens. But give me the Chargers over the Colts. I'm gonna go 24. I'm gonna go 24-17. 24-17 over the Colts. Next, we got number 3 seed Washington against number 6 seed Philadelphia. That's Money Mascot against Abercrombie. I just seen Nab say a few minutes ago in the chat, he was like, "Wow, I gotta play you." Guess what, Nab? When you in the playoffs, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Listen, whoever's in front of you, you just gotta bring it to them. That's all. You know what I mean? When you ask to play with the big boys, this is what you get. You in the big boy zone now. You know, and I'm happy to see the Eagles there, just like the Colts, because the Eagles have not been able to get. I think this is the Eagles' first playoff appearance. If I'm wrong, correct me, Nabercrombie. But I think this is first time making the playoffs since we started. You know, because let's face it, he's been in a tough division. He's in a division with 2 Super Bowl champions, Washington and Cowboys. So it's very hard to make the playoffs when you're in that type of division. But he figured out a way. And not only that, the NFC East got 3 teams in it. So that NFC East, it's been real tough, man. And for the Giants, forget about it. They as even though they play all these teams 2 times a season, they still been getting crushed. So we'll see what happens, man. But like, this is it. Eagles, you know what I mean? You in the playoffs, you got your wish. Now it's time to step up, own it. You know what I mean? Embrace the moment, enjoy the moment, but lock in. You know, but I can't lie. I think once again, being in the playoffs, because playoffs is different. You know, when you play in a regular season, even if you play in a big game, you always know that unless you playing to get in the playoffs, unless that one game is to get in the playoffs, other than that, no matter how big the game is in the regular season, there's always next week. So that and the playoff game is a different type of pressure, because nobody wants to get eliminated. Nobody wants to especially get eliminated in their first game. But you feel the pressure. You feel a difference. You feel a difference between playoffs and regular season. You know, everybody ain't built for the moment. Everybody is not clutch. The brighter the lights, the more people shrink. That's what the playoffs about. Playoffs bring out the best. Playoffs bring out the wow moments. It bring it out. It brings out everything. But I'm taking Washington over the Eagles. I really want to see how Philly comes out against this Washington team. If he can keep his poise together and not go down, 17-3 or 21 nothing in the first quarter, that'll be a good start for him. Because money been down this road also hundreds of times. So he knows what it takes. He knows what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. He knows what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Philly right now is in new land. They in foreign territory. So we'll see what happens, man. But I'm taking Washington to win this one. I'll go Washington 27 and I'll go Eagles 17. But also, just like the Colts, I'm rooting for the Eagles. I root for parity. I root for parity. Between the Eagles and Colts, one of them, if not both of them, got to pull off an upset. I'm rooting for these guys. Money Mascot got his ring. I'm saying? I know, even though he don't care about that, he trying to get another one. But as me being a commish, I'm rooting for guys that haven't been in the playoffs enough times, and now that they're here, I want to see them succeed. So I'm rooting for the Eagles to take out Washington, but I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a hard job. It's gonna be a hard job. He gotta play smart football, and that's what it's about. But yeah, I got Washington by 10 in this one over the Eagles. Next up, we got E-Ball, number 4 seed, going against Steelers, number 5 seed. And the Steelers is... Who's the Steelers? I'm tripping. Is the Steelers... I don't even know who the Steelers is. Hold on, y'all. I'm tripping. Is that DK? Is DK the Steelers? No. Oh, I'm bugging. That's Spaz. I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. All right, yeah. So we got Spaz against E-Ball. Should be a good one. You know what I'm saying? Definitely should be a good one. Them Patriots is in. They've been missing the playoffs the past 2 or 3 seasons. So, they too is new to the party. You know what I mean? But you win. Once you win, anything can happen. It's gonna be tough though. Spaz he be doing his numbers with the Steelers team. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm gonna take Steelers in this one over the Patriots. E-Ball definitely can win. He can't get out his lane. He got to stay in his lane in this one. Stay in his lane and be patient with the game plan is. He should be fine. Because he knows when he's gonna run against him. So you just gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying? And wait for your lane to open up. But easier said than done. I'm taking Steelers in this one over the Pats. I'm gonna go Steelers. I'm gonna go Steelers 26, and I'm gonna go Pats. 17, 26-17. Steelers over the Pats. And the final game of the week, we got Panthers and Seahawks. Should be a good one right here. Third World against Dre. Third World just gave the Cardinals his first loss of the season, stopping him from going undefeated. So Third World coming into this matchup with some confidence. He's coming to this matchup with some confidence because anytime you give the number 1 seed, their first loss, that's a statement win. Now, that was then, this is now. That has nothing to do with this game, but I'm just saying who's coming to the game with their chest, poked out more. That would be the Seahawks right now. So still in all, I still think it's gonna be a good one. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I still think it's gonna be a good one. Panthers, he got a good team over there. He got a good team, but Seahawks got a good team as well, and he be killing over there with Metcalf. So we'll see. We'll see what type of scheme the Panthers bring to the table to slow down this Seahawks offense. This is a tough one to call right here, but I think Seahawks. I think they had a much better season than the Panthers. I mean, Panthers didn't get in until the final week, until after the final week of the season. So I'm gonna go Seahawks in this one, man. And if the Panthers don't watch it, he can get blown out in this one. Because if he come out and he turn the ball over, that's not gonna be a good look. The Seahawks is a dangerous team, and he got to play smart ball. I mean, that's what the playoffs about. Playoffs about playing smart. It's about taking the 3 when you win 4 on the 4th down and you get nothing. You know what I mean? It's little things like that that carries you over to the next round. So playoffs is a whole different animal for different reasons. And we'll see how Panthers team comes in and attacks Seahawks. But I'm taking Seattle. And I'm going Seattle in this one, 30 to the Panthers. No, I'm going to go 31. Seattle 31, Panthers 24. 31-24 Seahawks over the Panthers. And that was the final game of the wild card round. Like I said, let's finish how we started, strong. This is it. This is the final playoffs of this whatever it takes era, and then we getting the reboot popping. The only difference between this and the reboot is that it's gonna be on simulation, no more competitive mode. So let's get ready. Let's get ready to mob out. I know I didn't put the list of teams out yet, but I am. I was just making a few adjustments. I had to make a few minor adjustments. A couple of things had changed because the commissioner, Ib, the co-commissioner, had a team. He's not in it, so I had to make some adjustments and correct a couple of things. But we good though. We all good. As in right now, the only 2 teams that's left in the reboot is the Texans and Detroit. Those are 2 teams that's left. So if you haven't got a team yet, or if you haven't told me about a team that you wanted because you didn't think you was going to get in, and now you feel like you want to get in the reboot, now you know what 2 teams are left. You need to holler at me ASAP because I will be in the process of filling them teams up. So don't wait, don't drag your feet. You know what I'm saying? If and then they both come with nice incentives. The Texans and Detroit. I'm gonna give them nice upgrades for both of them teams. So keep that in mind as well. So if any of y'all that know somebody that might want to take them 2 teams, let them know as well. Yo, look, he got Detroit and Texans open, but he said he's gonna take care of you and give you some upgrades. So make sure you say that as well. So but yeah, so we in wild card round. Listen, let's fly through these playoffs, y'all. Let's crown a champ, and let's see who finishes out on top in this one. But until then, I'll see y'all divisional round. You see who got the buys this week. You got Bengals, that's Murph, Jersey Floyd, Cardinals. Them 2 teams got the bye. They get to watch everybody else beat each other up, and they sit in their wait. But let's get these wild card games knocked out, and I'll see y'all divisional round. I'm Ghost.